Working? Yeah. How are we doing, guys? Good morning. As you know, my name is Joseph. If you've not met me yet, I'm one of the personal trainers here. I've been dubbed ruthless, crazy, idiot, stupid, madman, all these names under the sun. One of the programs who's one of the head of the programs for the Invictus program, along with Sam, who you've most probably met. So what I'm going to talk about today is sports psychology. So I'm going to be applying some of the stuff that I've learned at university. I'm going to be applying it towards you guys to help focus your experience and help you to use your motivation more efficiently to get the best you can out of the Invictus program. Okay? So we're going to talk about motivation. So, what is motivation? Okay, what is it? So, motivation basically is the willingness to succeed towards a goal. Okay, it's very crucial to have a goal with any type of journey that you're going on. Why? Well, because you need to know where you're going. You know, if you're trying to lose weight but you're blind about it and you don't know where your target is, then you're just going to keep blindly following it and you don't know if you're going to be happy or unhappy with the results that you get. So it's very crucial for building a goal. Okay, and goals come in different types. So there's extrinsic and intrinsic components. Extrinsic means outwards and intrinsic means inwards. Okay, so we'll go into a little bit more detail. So succeeding towards a goal, how do we provide forward, go forward, move forward with goals? Well, the first one's SMART targets. Okay, you might be familiar with them. They're very common. You get them through most industries. Okay, the way that I've been taught SMART targets is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time. Okay, you break them down, you write them down with your PTs, and you come down with small, realistic goals in order to help the person reach their targets. Another way of creating goals is to have short, medium, and long-term targets. That's one way that I like to do it with my clients, and I genuinely believe that it works well. Okay. Also, to make sure the person's cracking on with their goals and keeping that motivation going, I genuinely believe it's important to have regular evaluations of the person's progress to check on the goals to keep them motivated. Because if you have a regular interval evaluation and the person isn't quite getting where you want them to be, you can then deconstruct what is or isn't happening in order to boost the motivation up. Whereas if you go 5 years without doing an evaluation and the person's gained weight, they're going to get so demotivated. So you have to keep checking on them regularly to make sure that we can help their goals and targets. So you can do this yourself at home, guys, okay? Just keep doing regular evaluations. Not necessarily with the weighing scales and the body scans, because when you're not supposed to do it, but with your diet plans, talking to your PTs, just speaking to them, asking them how the strength's going, how they think the programs might be going. Just keep doing evaluations with yourself. And another way to keep the goals going forward is to have communication. So speak to family, speak to PTs, use your Facebook communication more, because some people are using it every day, which is amazing. But some people are kind of quiet, hiding at home, and they don't really want to use the Facebook group, what's provided to them, which is a part of service. So it's important to have that communication with your peers on here to help you get towards your goals a lot more better and a lot more efficiently. Okay, so I'm going to go back to extrinsic and intrinsic motivation, as I mentioned in the previous slides. So there's two types of basic motivation: extrinsic, intrinsic. I'm going like that, but you can't even see me. So extrinsic and intrinsic. Okay. So extrinsic is external factors. Okay, it could be tangible things, it could be trophies and medals, it could be cash. So some athletes, professional athletes, they strictly play sports and performing exercises and competitions and stuff just for the money. That's it. In simplistic terms, here at MGS, we could simply use someone who might want to train just to lose weight, clothing size. Okay, that's it. Simple stuff like that. Another factor could be social acceptance. Now, some people compete in sports or exercise just to meet people, just to socialize. Meet new people. Get the face out there, make new friends. So these are some of the extrinsic motivators for performing in exercise. Okay. Intrinsic within. So you can have feelings of satisfaction. Okay. Self-esteem. These are the natural endorphins. Endorphins are a neurotransmitter within the brain that get released when you perform in exercise. It's also known as the runner's high. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that or not, but it's the feeling of satisfaction after exercise, and it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. The next one is a sense of well-being, which relates to the satisfaction. You feel fantastic, you feel great. The more you progress, the better you feel. You've detoxed your whole body. You've unlocked all the nutrients in your body. If you keep eating the right nutrients, you'll feel better in terms of bone density, musculoskeletal density, fat loss, energy, exertion will be a lot more efficient. You'll just feel fantastic. So that's one of the motivations, just to feel good about yourself. And another motivator is just to challenge yourself, push yourself further than you push yourself before in your life. Just to be the best version of you that you possibly can be. So these are the two basic types of motivation: extrinsic and intrinsic. Okay. Good. So now we're going to go into something a bit more complex. Okay. It's called the need for achievement. Without going too deep into it, I'm going to break it down into its most simplest construct. The need for achievement is basically having an innate or a natural need or hunger just to achieve in life, just to do well. And that need for achievement can outweigh the fear of failure. This is the thing now. A lot of people in the world, just generally, even I have it sometimes, they have a fear of failure. They're scared that they're going to fail and then they won't get anywhere. And that fear of failure can actually outweigh the need for achievement. So it's important to overcome your fears of failure, whatever that may be. Everyone may have their own fears. And it's important to make their need for achievement outweigh the fear. Now, you're probably asking me, how can I do that? It can be done with looking at some of the previous things that I've explained. So the Facebook community page, setting targets for yourself, regular evaluations, speaking to family and friends, PTs. All these little factors here can help you outweigh the fear of failure with the need for achievement. Okay, it's a very important thing, this. Okay, so what else we're going to talk about? We're going to throw some theory in now. Okay, we're going to talk about achievement goal theory. Okay, achievement goal theory. This is basically breaking down your orientations of a goal. Okay, so we spoke about extrinsic and intrinsic. We're going to go a layer deeper than that. So, achievement goal theory is basically having two different types of orientation of goals. Okay, it goes into task and ego. Okay, now task orientations is basically being a better you. It's similar to intrinsic. Okay, so it's performing tasks just for the love of doing the tasks, just getting better at it. So if you can curl 5 kilo dumbbells and you want to get to 10, just to say I've improved, I've gotten better, I'm getting stronger, then go to 12 and to 14 and 16 and so on and so on and so on and so on. That's a task orientated goal. You're performing the certain sports just for the love of the task. Okay, and then you get the flip side of it. Okay, this is a differentiator. You get the ego orientated. Now, ego orientated people are ones who they perform to be better than other people. They want to be the best. They want to have that superiority over other people because they're the best at what they do. Now, being ego orientated can have its benefits, but it has its disadvantages as well. Because if you can't perform, okay, let's say you're competing with somebody and somebody is beating you, that can have debilitative effects. So what we're talking about here, we're talking about aggression, lack of confidence, depression, or it could just motivate him even more. It could be a positive motivator because they want to be the best, and someone's beating them. It's like, okay, I'm just going to go home, I'm going to go work harder, and I'm going to try harder to be the best person that I can be, but I also want to beat the other person. There's no harm in that, but you have to focus on the positive aspects rather than the negative aspects of that, okay? So when I teach you about ego orientation, I want you to take it with a pinch of salt, okay? Cool. And finally, guys, I'm keeping it nice and simple today, nice and sweet, nice and short. The last one was about 22 minutes, so I'm keeping it nice and simple for you guys. I'm going to finish off by asking what motivation drives you and how can we apply motivation. So what I've told a few people here is already in face-to-face is some of the things you can do to improve the motivation is simple. So get your phone. I don't have my phone on me. Get your mobile phone. Whatever reason you have for being here, if it's weight loss, just to meet new friends, any of that, get a picture on your phone and change it as your background on your phone, because the majority of people are on their phone a lot of the time. So as soon as you open your phone, you're instantly reminded as to why you want to be here. Okay? Again, maybe you just want to meet new people, so you have the community here, you have that. Maybe your progress planning motivates you, the fact that you're getting stronger. Use daily reminders to help motivate you, and do the clothes challenge. Personal favorite of mine. Buy some clothes buy some jeans that are one size or two size too small for you, okay? And just leave them and hang them on your wardrobe. So every day when you go into your room, you see them there, just looking at you, just giving you the eyes, okay, telling you that you need to do this to get into those clothes. And it's also good to understand what motivation drives you. So look at goal setting. Are you extrinsic? Do you want to do this for the genes? Do you want to do this for social acceptance? Or are you intrinsic? Do you just want to get stronger just to be a better you? Are you task orientated? Do you want to be able to deadlift 250 kilo now because you want to do it, just because you enjoy the thrill of getting stronger? Are you ego orientated? Do you want to deadlift 250 because someone on the board's got 235 and you just want to beat it just to get the top of the top? Or do you just have a need for achievement? Do you just want to do well? You want to do well in the world? Either way, all these motivations are good, and I hope I've broken down the elements of motivation, and I hope you all understand what it all means. If you've got any questions, comments, or feedback, come and find me. I'm on the Facebook group. You've got me on Facebook. The majority of you have me on Facebook. This has been a presentation on motivation, and I will be doing some more sports psychology related stuff in the future, so keep an eye out for that, guys. Okay, thank you.